Hey, my lovely Willow Vibes tribe members. I am Jessica from Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and I'm here to do a collective message. Today is July 23rd, 2023. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you're having a wondiferous day. No matter when you watch this, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, whatever day of the week it is. um, Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stick around. Hope you do stay. I'd love it if you would. I have individual zodiac sign reads over on Patreon. Any denomination, you can increase, decrease, or cancel at any time. If you want to join me over there, there's also in the vault reads and stuff I don't share on YouTube. I've said that a bunch of times, but I don't know if there's any new people that don't know that, so that's why I keep saying it. I also have a second channel. It's Willow's Wisdom. There's all the zodiac sign reads over there. I posted all 12 just the other day, and I have a couple collected messages over there so far. So, and it's the subscribers are picking up splendidly, so I'm really excited about that. I know it's like, it sounds very minimal, but when I literally within the course of 2 days, I think there's like 50 people over there now that have subscribed, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you to everyone who's supporting me here, there, and everywhere. Okay. So in this energy, I got a few things. When I was doing the pre-shuffle, we have Skull of Darkness, blind spots at the bottom. And it's, okay, this is how I'm gonna start this one. Yesterday, randomly, because I was kind of in like a meditative state. I wasn't intentionally meditating, but it was, I don't know, information comes to me at different times for different reasons. Well, I started doing this, and I was like, what does that mean? And I kept doing it, and a card popped in my head from the Fairy Oracle that I've had this deck since I was a teenager. It's this card right here. And at first I thought it was Gotcha, which is about illusions and stuff. Excuse me. He's not the glamour one, but it's kind of trickster energy. But this one is Habia. I can never say their names. And he represents illusions as well, but it's mainly about your fears. Like, it's probably why I've been so drawn to the Moonology deck. I'm probably going to pull one of those cards because the moon is about your intuition, casting shadows, like things not being fully clear. Like they could be clearing up, but with the moon energy, when it's really strong, it's kind of the similar energy because it can be a little convoluted. So there's some information that was a little confusing or convoluted, but I feel like this has to do with playing off from your fears. Like, are your fears legitimate or imaginary? And when you're questioning things like, okay, well, I feel like this is going on with this person or in this situation, whatever it may be, and you're fearing an outcome or you're fearing something bad, whatever it is, it's like you question it and go, okay, is this just a legitimate fear, or is this my imagination running wild? That's what he represents. And I asked that question because, it's like, is it true or is it not? Is it real or is it not? Well, then Soulless came out, which is like the sun energy, which means it's true. So there are certain fears, for some of you, not all of you, if this resonates, that aren't in your imagination. So if you were fearing a problem, we'll just leave it at that. No matter what the problem is, it could be on the severe end or not. You weren't wrong. It wasn't in your imagination. What was happening to you, what was going on, was real. But someone around you could have been casting shadows, trying to make you believe that it was all in your head, like making you question things. But I feel like clarity is here where you're not really questioning things anymore. Some of you still could be, and if you are, I'm here to say, if that resonates, stop second guessing yourself. Don't question this anymore, because what you're sensing, feeling, seeing, what's happening, what people are doing and saying, whatever, even if it's hard to prove, it's true. Because someone was working through the blind spots in the darkness, like lurking in the shadows, staying hidden. So there's hidden information here that your intuition's definitely letting you know about, And no, you are not wrong. That's what I want to say with that, because it stood out so much to me. Um, excuse me. So you're not wrong about whatever you're feeling. And this feels like it's fear-based, not, or it was something that would have invoked a level of fear at one point, at least, even if you don't fear it now. So whatever it is, it's, yes, you're on the right track. We'll just put it that way. So the other thing I want to say is, because yesterday I went on a walk. It was actually a really nice walk, but I sweated my ass off, so it's a good little workout. But and it's funny because in some other readings, I was talking about ticks and stuff, and I'm like, what do ticks have to do with anything? Well, on this trail that I walked down, there's like a clearing and stuff. Like, it's a trail and then there's a couple clearings and a bridge. It's really nice. It's pretty out there and it's very quiet, which I love. But somebody else had already gone down there because there was a bunch of mud, and because it was all flooded, so I had to like go around. On the way in, I'm going around the mud and all that stuff, and I didn't get my shoes wet or anything, but I saw footprints, and I was like, oh, someone was walking out here, and they walked through the mud. That's why I saw it, I guess. But anyways, on the way back, I stepped in the mud, got my shoes all fucking muddy, but it was weird. It seemed like the path was extremely flooded. There's symbolism in this, that's why I'm saying it. It seemed like the path was extremely flooded. Like, there's no way I can get through this. This path is blocked off to me. Like, this is going to be too difficult. It's going to be messy, basically. And I found a way around it. Like, I found a way around the mess, and continued on, and it was fine. And on the way back, it didn't seem so bad, because I remembered, I was like, everything seems so flooded. Why doesn't it seem that flooded and shitty on the way back? There was only one part that was still pretty bad, you know? I mean, it's not like the water just disappeared on the walk. But it was weird how I perceived it to be worse than it really, I guess, it's not worse than it really was, but just I perceived it worse on the way in than on the way out, because, you know, once you have an understanding of something, is what I'm getting at, then it's not as bad, even if there's still some icky shit in there. It's like, oh, I don't know, should I turn around, should I not do this? And then, yeah, I'm gonna, and then on the way back, it's like, well, that wasn't so bad. Even if you step in the mud and the muck, and you get, you know, even if you get a little dirt on you, like you walk through the problem a little bit, it's not as bad, especially when you have foresight, or when you have an understanding of whatever this is. So it's kind of what I was feeling with that. So there could have been a difficult journey where someone's fears, they weren't imaginary, but it was blown out of proportion, either by you or other people. Something could have, like, it's like making a mountain out of a molehill kind of thing for someone. Someone could have been doing that just because of their fear. Like, oh, this is scary, I don't want to move forward, like, whatever. But, and the other thing I want to say is, because this keeps popping in my head, and a lot of you know, not all of you, but that fishing pole that I came across when the problematic people and whatever left it, they broke it and stuff. Well, I had taped it back together and left it somewhere else like a little bit ago. And so it's all fixed and whatever, because I talked about them leaving fucking apples, which when I went back, the apples are gone now. It's so funny when I mention something, then they go pick it up. It's hilarious. But anyways, it has nothing to do with that or whatever. This is just a thought of the fishing pole analogy where someone snapped the pole, like, you can't fish anymore. And what I'm thinking of is not fishing for information. So this analogy is about love and dating and whatever. So if I look at it from that standpoint, someone's going, no, you can't go fish for, there's no other fish in the sea, it's only one or none, you know, like you're not going to catch any fish. So no new opportunities for you, basically. And then you fix the pole and you're like, fuck you, I'm going to keep fishing because I want, you know, I want love, I want to meet someone, whatever it is. And you're fishing in the same pond. This is the example. So you fixed your pole, you're still fishing, but it's in the same pond. And if you think about it, if you're always fishing from the same pond, you're going to continuously get the same types of people, because there's not a diverse group of fish in a pond. It's like, I don't know what kind of fish are in ponds specifically, but it's, you know that you're only fishing for one type of fish in a pond. If you go to a lake, there's more, there's different types of fish in different lakes, and then there's even more fish and whatever in the ocean. So the analogy here is somebody's hanging up their fishing pole because they're not fishing in the same pond anymore. It's like, you know, we're moving on to bigger, better things, because you're realizing that, how do I want to say this? Because you're realizing that that's not your pond. those types of fishies aren't the one for you. They're probably all problematic, but I don't know. It's like upgrading your bait. Somebody's upgrading their bait, so you're upgrading yourself. Especially if you're thinking of it from a dating standpoint. There's changes here, which is amazing. So that's what I was like. That's what I was feeling with the fishing pole analogy. And I was just gonna say something else. I don't know. Flew out of my head. So let's see. Whatever this is, it was not in your imagination, and you're getting full clarity on it. So that's beautiful. A lot of you, like, if you were, or any, I shouldn't say a lot, if any of you were on a dating site, you might be getting off from a dating site, like there's no good candidates on here, or changing the platform that you're on, like, you know, I'm not going to be on POF, I'm going to be on Match instead, or whatever, you know what I mean? Some of you, it's like whatever you're doing currently, especially if you're in the dating pool, you're fishing in a different pond. It's like, okay, I always do online dating, not doing that anymore. I'm gonna try to do it organically and just go out and meet people, or vice versa. So there's a change when it comes to how you approach meeting new people. Don't let fear stop you in connecting with new people, especially if you had bad experiences in the past. Not everyone is going to be problematic. Especially if you listen to yourself. You know, if you get a weird feeling about someone, just be like, yeah, you ain't the one for me, kind of thing, no matter how cute you are. We have Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. Someone's going to accept you for who you are and give to you equally. I don't know, this feels like something's balancing out. It's like accepting a situation, even if you don't like it, you don't want it. Like, I don't want it to be this way, this kind of sucks. It's just a level of acceptance, like it is what it is kind of energy. I deserve someone who's going to give to me like I give to them. But with equality, this is balancing out. So it's like accepting what had happened and letting it go is creating a level of balance in this situation, which is coming in the future. Whatever this is, it might not be known to you right now. No matter how strong your intuition is, Spirit doesn't give us all the information. That would be boring, you know what I mean? But I feel like there is a love connection coming in that you don't fully see approaching, or this person doesn't see you approaching them. It's like taking a chance on love. Someone wants to take a chance on love. So that's nice. So let's see, what else do we got here? Somebody might want to make an offer to you, no matter how big or small it is. Because even the smallest offers can turn into something more in the future, down the line, you know what I mean? Usually the connections that start off like really rushed and like, whoa, they build up really, really fast and then blow away really fast. You know what I mean? It's like whirlwind romance stuff. That's not what this is. This is something that would be more gradual, which is the healthy way to do things. So that's beautiful. Okay, that was kind of confusing because I just heard you're not everyone's type, but everyone is your type. How the hell? What? You're not everyone's type. So you stand out, you're different, you're like, you're not everyone's cup of tea, but everyone is yours. That could be like an energetic thing, or everyone feels, how the fuck, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. Whatever it means to you. I'm not going to dive into it. Riddle Fisher. It's a riddle for you. There you go. Figure it out. Oh my gosh. Divination, seeking out and finding answers. Oh goodness. A lot of you, I don't know, the answers that you get to the questions that you seek come from within, but if they come, like if you receive whatever answers externally, it's through signs and synchronicities just in your day-to-day along your path, no matter where you end up, what you do. I don't know, it's like the places that you decide to visit and go, that's where you get a lot of information. And I'm not saying that people are leaving stuff for you or whatever, it's just you just happen to see a sign or whatever whenever you go out, and that's where clarity is going to come in for a lot of you. A secret doorway. Working with intuition. Yeah. A lot of you are working with your intuition. Second sight opening dimensional doorways. This is making me think of the key. Home is where the heart is. It's like, if you follow your heart, you'll cross the bridge. And maybe someone will do that when it's too late. And it's like, okay, well, I don't have the key to your heart, or I don't have the key to this situation. The key information, whatever. I don't have the key. You cross the bridge, you get the key. But where's the fucking door? You know what I mean? So it's like someone might be too late. It's like it doesn't matter if you have the key or not. You can't get in if there's no fucking door. That's kind of what it feels like. Someone moved. Yeah, they moved out of a pond. So if this is like an ex situation or someone from the past who had the key to your heart, like you had feelings for them, they don't have the key anymore. You changed the locks. Or something like that, whatever that means to you. Okay, so give me another one. I wonder if I'm going to be all cryptic in this reading because the Riddle Fisher's here. And it's funny, I had a fishing analogy and then it's called Riddle Fisher. Riddle me this. Can you figure it out? Oh, man. It looks like this gargoyle thing is laughing. There could be a problem as you are trying to figure things out, especially if you're dealing with the damn Riddler. It's making me think of the Riddler from Batman, and he was bad, you know? So if someone's being cryptic, oh my gosh, that's a fucking key in her hand. Some of you just figured something out and you dropped a key, just saying. You're just like, no, I don't even care what this key goes to. I don't want to deal with it. But it's almost like as you're working, doing whatever you're doing, moving forward, figuring your life out, this situation out, there's someone that's just getting kicks out of what you're doing. They're just laughing like, oh, you'll never figure this out, or this is just a big illusion that someone's creating. But I figured it out. That's what was just going to come out of my mouth. But I figured it out, that it was just a big illusion that someone was doing. So it's like, it's not an imaginary fear, like I said, but someone was casting shadows, like trying to lead you astray, basically, and they're laughing the whole way as you're doing whatever you're doing. And you're just like, you think I don't know, but I know. I figured this out. Here's your fucking key back. What is this? Depth. Because I feel like a lot of you had to dive deep into your feelings. I just heard you had to dive deep into the past to find the answers, because the answers that you seek for the future sometimes lie in the past, which is true. So it could have something to do with the past person, past situation. I don't know, whatever this situation is and the feelings involved in this, it's like going so deep underwater, so deep in your emotions, trying to figure something out, pulling up the memories in the way back of your mind that some of you even forgot about, could have been resurfacing throughout all of this just so you could process through it. But how deep you went, it almost feels like you were still comfortable in this energy, and whoever is problematic around you or was, there's no way they could go that deep. They couldn't do it. They drowned. But you're fine. It's almost like someone throwing you overboard going, all right, get in your feelings. Like you're in the middle of the ocean, whoop, goodbye. And they put the cinder blocks on you. So they're trying to weigh you down and hold you down in your deep, dark feels because they don't want you to heal. But in order to heal, you have to get into those deep, dark feels. You have to sit in it for a bit and you have to feel it to heal it. So if someone was trying to dredge up crap and make you sad and whatever, they basically threw you overboard. You sunk to the bottom. You didn't have an air tank, nothing. But you can breathe underwater. So it could have been scary at first going, oh, I'm gonna suffocate. I don't know if I could do this. And then you're like, oh, I'm fine. Okay, so what do I need to, what's down here? Basically, what's in the depths of my soul and my feelings. So you process through it, and as you're processing, you're like picking away at the rope that has you tied to the cinder block, like just one little strand at a time, just oh, and then all of a sudden you broke free and came back to the surface. This person would have just stayed at the bottom forever. Just saying, it's almost like that's why they did it. That's why this happened, because bully mentality. No matter what this is, when bullies usually say hurtful, the hurtful things that they say and do is stuff that would usually hurt them. It's because it's usually projection. So it's almost like, oh, if we get you stuck in your feels, maybe you'll relapse or you'll go down a bad path. You won't move this way. You won't be happy, whatever it is. Because that's what would have happened to them and they know it. But you proved them wrong. The divine might sink their fucking ship so they go down. Just saying, someone's going to have to go into the deep, dark depths of their emotions and deal with some shit because I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to handle it. Just saying, whoever has to do that. But you handled it just fine, or whoever this is did. So them trying to hurt you, what I was getting at is them trying to hurt you because it would hurt them, actually helped you. And it's not like it was necessary. They shouldn't have done what they did, but it could have been the catalyst for this change. Yeah, because it raised your vibration. Someone was attacking your faith as well. Because there's a difference. Like, these people or this person, they don't believe the same thing as you. Some of your family might be waking up to your belief system or to whatever you're doing. Attract what you desire. I don't know, someone's seeing a change. They're seeing you or the situation from a different perspective. Because you're very strong. A win-win outcome is forecast, which is amazing. Yeah, you overcame a lot of stuff from the past. There's the balance. We have equality and balance. Sometimes the things that don't seem fair are for our best interest or for our highest good. Because it's like, why do I have to deal with this? Why do I have to face this? Why is this happening? This isn't fair. I didn't do anything wrong. But it's not about doing right or wrong. Sometimes when we have to, go through the dark night of the soul, or when things like this happen, when people do stupid shit to us, it's lessons, but it's not always lessons for us or the victim. It could be lessons for whoever's being problematic as well. But it's like, because what goes around comes around, because it's making me feel like I hate you energy, and somebody's attacking someone, energetically, physically, verbally, whatever they're doing. Because it's different for everyone, but it's like being under attack, and then whoever's doing the attacking is going, oh, crap, I attacked the wrong person. So then they feel guilty, they feel bad, and then they have to pay for what they did, whether they feel bad or not. Someone in this energy does feel bad for something. So they might be getting into their dark feels. because of whatever happened. Hmm. Okay, okay. So let's see. What else do we have here? It really could be within a family situation because we have the Ten of Pentacles. But I feel like financially things are going to pick up for you, or you're doing well, doing better. Um, there could have been a financial component here, but this is also like, I don't know, hidey ho, neighbor. Because they're talking across the fence. It's making me think of neighbors. It's like, oh, hi, how are you? And this person's being fake. Someone could have been, I don't know if it's in your family or around your home or something, like in your hometown, whatever this is. It could literally be your neighbor for some of you, but regardless of it's like friendly energy, because if you think about it, like, usually you know your neighbors, you can be helpful with them, whatever, but it's like saying hi to this person and they're sitting there shooting the shit, but this person's like, I don't like you. Because he's doing work. Like, he's got a rake in his hand and stuff, and she's got a basket, so she's doing work too. She's doing gardening, but on her side of the fence, it seems like she has more. And this guy has to work really, really hard for whatever he wants, he or she. So it's almost like, oh, hey, what's going on? Da, 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 da. I'm just taking a break from all this hard work, just shooting the shit with you. But he's just trying to get information. Like, what are you doing? Oh, how did you get your carrots to grow so great? And then she gives away the secret, like, oh, I use blah, blah, blah. And then he, like, takes her home remedy of whatever she's doing and trademarks it, steals the idea, and sells it to everyone else or shares a secret. Because it feels like I'm gaining intel. And then I'm going to blab it to somebody else, or I'm going to take something from someone. This is a tricky little bastard, is who it is. But you know what's funny? You know what's making me think of? This person could have got some information that maybe they shouldn't have received. Like, it wasn't meant for them because of their intentions, no matter what it was. So it kind of feels like creepy shit. Just say someone was doing something. They're being sly. But I also feel like, okay, like, say she trusted this person, you trusted this person, and you divulged a secret. No matter what the secret is, it's the secret fucking manure that she uses to grow her fucking vegetables. It could be, it's anything. It's not just gardening and stuff. But then she realizes, like, all right, how did that get out? Okay, so you took my idea. This was like a family thing, or this was, I don't know. It wasn't something that I wanted the whole world to know. I trusted in you. I had faith in you, and I told you, and you went to everyone, kind of thing. So then she learned. And then the next time he wanted intel or information, she was still friendly. So she's like, oh, yeah, well, and then she lied. I don't know if she lied or she left out details. So it's almost like, think about if somebody wants a recipe, because this is the easiest way to explain it, but it's anything. So it's like leaving out important details, like only telling someone so much so that they can run with it, but it's not the truth or not the whole truth. So something's going to get fucked up because a lack of understanding, because they think they understand the message, they think they understand what you said, but they really don't. They had no fucking clue because you left out the important details, the important ingredients. So he's like, oh, I want that recipe because that pie looks amazing, And she's like, oh, well, I do whatever. And you list off the stuff for the crust, but what they don't know is that you actually add confectionery sugar and, like maybe a little bit of nutmeg or whatever the hell it is. Like, there's a couple ingredients that make it amazing, that make it worthwhile, but you don't tell them what that information is. You leave it out so that when they go to blab the pie recipe, all the pies taste like shit and yours is the best. I don't know, something like that. I hope that analogy makes sense. It's like leaving out vital information. So for a little mini example, because a lot of you know, like on my little adventures and stuff that I take, well, I don't really do it too much anymore. I just go for walks now, but it's reminding me, I got so much going on all of a sudden. Just putting my hands behind my back is reminding me of the guide, the fairy guide card in the fairy oracle deck, because you draw your own, and the one I drew a long time ago, that's what I was doing, is putting my hands behind my back, like, well, the picture I drew, and I was doing that. It's like, you are your own guide. Your higher self was guiding you to do this, say this, whatever it is, to trick someone. It's like, oh, you want to trick me? Guess what, motherfucker? You're getting a shit pie. That's kind of what it feels like. But anyways, like on the adventures I go on and stuff, I've said a million times in readings, you know, home is where the heart is, and it is. And if anyone had followed my personal journey and stuff, when I would say little things, the first time I ever really heard that was when it wasn't the first time, but it was like in the very beginning of it all, when I was driving, and I was too afraid to come home. I heard in my head, home is where the heart is, and then my dad popped in my head, and I ended up going to his house, and long story with all that, I'm not going into details. So for me personally, whenever I say home is where the heart is, for me personally, that's what it represented to me, had to do with him. And when I say messages like that for you guys, a lot of times it has to do with connections and relationships and stuff like that. So if somebody was trying to use that information to to trick me, or to use it against me, or to show me a sign or some fucking crap, because they had actually, I made a key and I had hung it up, and then I had moved it around a few times, and I put a tag on it that said home is where the heart is, and I put it in a coffee cup with ice, and the ice had melted. Well, they took the coffee cup and threw the key, and I knew that it was a problematic person that did that, because there was a misunderstanding there. Because that key had nothing to do with the guy that I used to have a crush on, which I feel like that's where it was, that was their intention, because it was. That's a new opportunity here, just saying. In love, potentially. But, it's like successfully figuring out a problem. But anyways, it had to do with family and my father. Had nothing to do with, that dude. Or anyone else. So that's how I knew. I was like, yeah, they don't even know what it means. And that's kind of what I was getting with leaving the information out, so that their imaginations can run wild, because they're not intuitive. Whoever's seeking information from you, they don't know anything. They don't know what's going on in your world. They think they do, but they don't. It's just like people who run their mouth, gossipers and stuff. A lot of times they think they know because they heard it from Joe Schmo and whatever. But it just becomes this big tall tale down the line. It's a game of telephone. And someone believes everything they fucking hear from whoever. And they ran with a lie. And now everyone has shit pies. So everyone involved is eating a shit pie. It's like, ooh, this is a delicious apple pie. This is the one that I don't know, fucking Marilyn down the lane makes. Oh, her pies are amazing. I wish I knew her secret recipe. Oh, I know her secret recipe. This is what she does. And then everyone goes to make it. It takes her beautiful idea. But they can't do what she does because she didn't give out all the information. So they go to sit down and eat these pies. And what happened is they might have used apples, but they didn't realize that without the secret ingredient, the apples will rot really quick, or they'll turn to dog shit. You know, that would be gross too. So they start eating the shit pie, and it's like, oh, what? You were wrong. This is horrible. What the fuck is wrong with you? Then it goes back to the lie pits on fire. So some people might end up reverting back to the source of the wrong information, going, what the shit is wrong with you? What is this about? Why did you lie to me about blah, blah, whatever? Well, I didn't know it was a lie. Well, where'd you get your information from? Well, from blah, blah, blah. I got it from the person. Are you sure? That's where your intuition comes in real handy, because then you know exactly how much information to give to somebody. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, something's getting turned around. Because this person was trying to hurt you. Trying to take from you, hurt you, trying to take your ideas, shit like that. Someone heard something you said. Someone heard something you said and got an idea and ran with it, and they were not successful. They were trying to create a lot of burdens between you and someone you're interested in, or between you and your partner if you are partnered. But clarity came out about their BS. Clarity came out about their BS. About them trying to invoke fear and cause problems. I just heard, why would you do that? So someone's a pain in the ass. But I feel like you're well aware of it. So, alright, I'm going to clean this crap up. Maybe someone needs to do that. Someone could be hiding evidence as well. Yeah, the devil might be hiding evidence. Like, I don't want anyone to know about this. Whatever fear was being, like, projected onto some of you, like if someone's trying to scare you, we'll just leave it at that, no matter what it means to you. The problem's becoming scared now. It almost feels like mirror magic, in a sense, where if they're showing, like, if it's being projected towards you, I don't know, because you know how, okay, it's like I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say to me bounces off of me and sticks to you. This is exactly what I'm feeling with this mirror thing. It's like deflection. So mirror magic, deflection magic, whatever. So with this mirror magic, it's making me feel like it's a level of projection where someone's projecting these fears, their own insecurities, their own fucking bullshit, these lies, whatever, onto you. And with the mirror, it can make it seem like it's coming from you or whatever, but it's not, or that it's somebody else. You know what I mean? But what I'm feeling is like your light is so bright, the knowledge that you have, the information, the clarity, whatever. Your light is so bright that when they were shining the mirror at you, like, here, look, this is all you, this is all for you, whatever. Maybe someone thought information was all for them. Your light was like, it's not for me. So it was literally ricocheting off the mirror and like go, because you know how light will do that, be like, and refract off. That's what it was doing, and it hit the target. And it hit the target. Which is someone who's not healthy, because you could have been the target for them, but whatever this is, it bounced off of you and went right back to them, or went right back to the real problem. It's kind of what it feels like, whether you were aware of it or not, because you think about it, if light reflects off from a mirror and does that, it would be kind of blinding. Blind spots. Some of you, it's almost like you unintentionally took out the problem for some of you, because you just weren't aware that, maybe you weren't aware that they got hit. I don't know how to explain it, because it wasn't your intention. It's like a protection, a bubble of protection, where it's ricocheting off from it and hitting the problem. So it's almost like, yeah, keep sending that crap my way. It's just going to come back and bite you in the ass, or whoever else in the ass. That's what it feels like. It's something like that. Yeah, I just saw the star too. Aquarian energy, but this is like, oh, there's happiness. No one can fuck your day up. No matter what they say, what they do, they're just not fucking your day up. You're not allowing it. Because you know how sometimes when you're around people who are pissed off, negative, whatever, you can be like, I really wish that I wasn't here. Like, you're so draining. You're not acting that way. You're going, all right, well, you have stick up your ass. I'm going to go over here now until you pull it out of your ass, because you're not going to harsh my dream mellow. You're not allowing the problems of others to dictate how you spend your time, what you do, your forward movement. You know, it's like, I'm just going to move away from these negative Nancy's, and I'm just going to be happy in doing what I do, no matter what anyone says, which is awesome. This is really beautiful. Like, this is like major growth. Major growth, major healing, and forward movement, because you're ending a bullshit cycle. But whenever one cycle ends, a new one begins. You might not know exactly where you're headed, but you know it's bright and beaming and beautiful. You know what I mean? Some of you could be moving forward with a project or something online. Because I'm seeing someone, this is just for some of you, where it could be a video chat or a type of recording, but I feel like I'm talking to another person. So it's not like when I'm doing these readings, I know I'm talking to whoever the messages are for, but it's like when you're talking back and forth and you can see each other's faces. So there could be someone who's at a distance from you. Whether this is love or not, or friends, it could be like a project or a work thing where you're collaborating with another person and you have to do it that way because you don't live near them. That's moving forward, which is great. You're the captain of your own ship. Which is so funny, because I used to say that analogy all the time, like, whoever was captaining the ship before wasn't the true captain. And it's like but there's always someone that needs to man the ship. Like if we're talking about Davy Jones' ship and stuff. So Davy Jones was goodbye problem. And then Will Turner takes over and he runs the ship differently. I used to say that. And I what I'm feeling with this is Will Turner got lost or something. I don't know where the fuck he went, but he didn't make it to the ship. So your person or whatever didn't make it to the ship, so you're manning your own ship. You're like, I'm not going to be Davy Jones, I'm Diana Jones. You know, I'm going to woman this ship, man this ship myself. And you are, because you know that you don't need anyone to take the wheel for you. You could do it all on your own. So when Will Turner finally shows up, you could be like, hey babe, yeah, I got this. Just sit back and relax. I got this. That's what it feels like. I don't need you, but it'd be nice. Go scrub the deck over there. It's a little dirty. Go clean this shit up. Oh, shit. That's awesome. I'm going to leave this on that note. So you're manning or womaning your own ship. And it's a beautiful thing. I don't know. This is really amazing with the star. All of them. Like, majors. Wow. They're all major arcana except, yeah, holy fuck, except for the Ten of Cups. This is happiness. Wherever you're headed, whatever you're doing, you've done it with a smile on your face, and it's, I don't know, your pot of gold showing up at the end of the fucking rainbow. Because the pot of gold is in the middle of the rainbow, because the rainbow's actually a circle. Could be a Leo in here as well. But the star, the chariot, temperance, the wheel of fortune, the world, and the magician. These are all majors. This is like a major life path. This is major change. Major pains going away, just saying. Wow. This is like, I don't know. I feel like most of you don't expect whatever this is. It's almost like this shit doesn't happen except for in your wildest dreams. Well, your wildest dreams are here, baby. They're here. I just heard we're always here, so it has to do with spirit. Spirit's like, we're always here. We got you. Because I'm seeing, like, them cradling you like a baby, like we got you. Or cradling your new beginning, you know? Someone could have a baby. They could have a newborn baby that's coming. Someone's going to give birth soon. But I also feel like this is giving birth to a new idea, a new life. New life. A whole new life, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, new life. A baby is new life. But I do feel like somebody is going to give birth, literally. But that's not for everyone. But this is like a whole new life. That's why it's so massive. Ooh, hoo, hoo. You're the empress. You could just sit back and be like, yeah, baby, I did this. This is all mine. Because look, she's got the fan too. I just heard no one knows but me. Satin and lace. That could be like a passionate thing, but satin and lace, isn't that a song or something? I don't know what it is. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it makes sense. And I will finish up some reads. And if any of you have a personal, don't worry, I'm getting to those too. I've just been really busy trying to bust out reads for all the channels, and I want to finish up Patreon too, and or that. I'll finish it up, but you know what I mean. Finish up what I need to for this cycle. But anyways, I love you guys, and remember that you know the truth, and don't let fear stop your forward movement, because whether it's coming from a person, within yourself, whatever, if you're fearing something, really sit back and reflect and be like, okay, well, does it add up? Does it not add up? And if things add up, it's probably not an illusion. You know what I mean? Because there are no coincidences.